Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good anything in between. Today I salute you and I welcome you back to our YouTube channel. The channel is Teach Patrick as always. We are here to inspire your days. And today we have a visitor, a guest in the house, a lovely visitor by that chance. It's a combination of beauty and brains. So tell us your name.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Siamantha Memusi. I come from Kajiado South, just beneath Mount Kilimanjaro, and I'm an author with 8 published books. I'm the CEO, Kenya's Reading and Writing Culture. I'm a nutritionist professionally, having worked in Dubai for 9 years. I came back in 2019 and I decided to register a CBO called Kenya's Reading and Writing Culture so that I can promote reading culture in Kenya, and I can also support others, and I can also establish libraries whenever possible.
Good. That is a very big file in one person.
Yeah.
So allow me to ask you the fundamental question.
Mhm.
Give me the younger version of Dr. Siamantha.
Yeah. The younger version of Dr. Siamantha is, I think I was born in Masai land, actually, and by Masai parents. So I grew up in the interior of Chulu Hills, where we had no internet, no phones, no TV. Actually, we only had a radio that could also lack the signal sometimes. And we used to fight with my dad because of the batteries. When they are both teachers, my parents are both teachers. So when they went to school, I used to, after Form 4, I used to stay at home and listen to the radio all the time. And when they come back in the evening, my dad wants to listen to the news, and I had finished the batteries already, and the shops were very far. So that kind of lifestyle. And also, we used to live near the camp, near the white people camp, the tourists. They used to come, and my dad's school was the nearest, so they used to visit often. They brought books, they brought balls, pens, and I used to love the books part because coming from the Chulu Hills, where you could not see any magazines, I used to check on the books, and I used to love the things I see in the books, the magazines, the beautiful people, the chocolates, the pizzas, the aeroplanes, the nice cars. And I thought, this is the kind of life that I want. So as a child, that built me, and it built the interest in me of the outside world. And it's funny because what surrounded me was you just, as a girl, you go to school just a little bit, and then you go through FGM, and then you get married. So, but for me, I thought, okay, so that is not the end of life. I want this other life, the aeroplanes, the nice foods, the beautiful people. And that came into my heart. And I used also to get books, novels to read. I read a lot of John Grisham and Daniel Steele and all those books. So they really built me. So that was my younger version of me. And now I went ahead and pursued what was planted in my heart. And now I can say I have even gone outside. I've been, just the other day, my kids were counting the times I've been on the plane. It's 48 times in the last few years. And I've been, I cannot say I am already where I want to be, but I feel like I've already done a lot, and I want to help many people because since I was younger, actually, I have done a lot of community work. I'm a person who loves community. Through the help of some friends from New Jersey, we drilled a borehole in Masai land, which serves around 5,000 Masai people with their kettles in my place. So this I did in 2012. Since then, I've even sponsored kids. I've rescued girls from FGM and taken them to school. I've done a lot of work. Now I'm doing the libraries and schools because I feel like, for example, in Nairobi, there is about 7 million people with only 2 libraries, which is very wrong. So, and even in Kenya in general, we don't have a lot of libraries as like we should have. So I do establish libraries any place I get a chance with anyone and anyhow, in prisons, schools, hospitals, community places, anywhere. So yeah.
With all that, Marvel,
Mhm.
I want you to give me your vulnerable you. What made you as a kid want to lose hope? Do you remember any experience?
Yes. A lot of experiences actually. I almost lost hope in education because uh, my parents, being teachers, those days they didn't have salary. Like the salary was very small, and I'm the firstborn. So my siblings, so I had to be told at one time, you have finished high school, so you have to wait for 1 year for your sister to finish so that we can have a break or a chance, or so that we can have some money to pay for your college, which is very expensive, and I had to go to Nairobi for the college. So this almost made me lose hope. And actually, in that 1 year, when I waited, that's when I got pregnant actually with my first daughter. And I finished school when I was 16 years old. So I got pregnant with my daughter, and it was a lot of struggle. And I went to Nairobi. My grandfather was living in Nairobi at River Road, and I went to him when the pregnancy I was almost due, and I went to several hospitals, and they couldn't admit me because I was underage. I didn't have an ID. So, and my uncle was joking, saying that, you know what, you have to go to the police station to give birth there, because the hospitals don't want to admit you. So, but finally, my aunt, she was working in the National Youth Service. She's the one who helped me get the card for my dad, for my daughter. So now my daughter was now I was under the National Youth Service because she was working there. So I was under the National Youth Service. So that's where my that is it that kids card is called post maternal, that maternal card.
Yes.
So mine, until today, it is for National Youth Service.
Very nice.
Yes.
Those are the destiny helpers.
Yes, Destiny helpers. So they did that, and now my daughter is 20. Is it 25 years old? And she's studying nutrition, and she's graduating this year. She's at MKU Thika.
Very nice.
Yes.
So how did you spring back? You are reminding me of Grit for the Road.
Yes. Springing back, I had to be resilient actually, because I had to struggle a lot, and know that my parents, they're also struggling to do that for me. And I finished my diploma I went for catering, and then later I was employed by the USAID in Mombasa, because I went to Mombasa to look for a job. I didn't find a job. I started selling fruits. In fact, I'm one of the pioneers who sold fruits, the bowls, the fruits on the streets. And then one friend came by, and he helped me get a job in the USAID. I did, and from the USAID, I got the best employee awards. That's how they paid for my education, for my diploma in community development and project management. Then I went back into nutrition, and I studied, and then I went to Dubai. That's when I advanced and got my. I went to Dubai University. I got my postgraduate degree, and I advanced again. So, and then I came back in Kenya. I was working and studying at the same time. So I came back in Kenya in 2019, and I didn't go back to work because of COVID. So that's when now I have, I built my cottages. I have cottages in Kimana where anybody can come and stay and enjoy life. It is a home away from home. I offer nutrition, I offer actually organic foods, because I have a greenhouse. So when you come there, you don't only enjoy your stay, but you come out healthy. No pesticides. The milk is from the cow. The chicken is zero graze. The eggs are free range. All those kinds of things. Yes. So that is what I've been doing. And then I have reading culture, and I still have my son in high school. and that is my life now.
Let me take you back because
Yes.
this presentation will be watched by a young girl,
Mhm.
a young gentleman there who aspires to grow like you.
Yes.
I want you to look at that camera as we sign out and speak to them.
I mean, girls and women in general, ladies, we are very vulnerable. We have a lot of enemies around. The climate can be your enemy. The fellow women can be your enemy. The men can be your enemy. The career, anything can be an enemy for the woman. And we are so vulnerable. And I think it's time that women emerge very strong and become and be resilient. And just if you have a vision, don't be swayed around by anything. If you have to focus, you just have to focus on what you believe in and never be swayed around. I mean, like if you say, for example, this is what I want to do, I want to do cottages. Don't let anyone come and just tell you, no, 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 don't do cottages, do something else. That you just waste your time and you won't be able to focus on what you are. And then these days, I find that relationships have become a very big challenge and burden for women. We trust easily when we trust mostly the bad people. So I would advise the girls that please just be careful, and especially don't get into any relationship anyhowly, and especially don't get pregnant easily. In fact, this is a lesson that girls should have already known long time ago from all the experiences and the examples that we already have. So don't get pregnant. I mean, just let me repeat, don't get pregnant anyhow. So I understand, the situations can be, you could be drunk, you could be drugged, you could be out of your senses, or maybe it just happened. But do your best. Don't get pregnant anyhow. In fact, it is best even to wait until you're sure that this is the man I want, this is the relationship I want, this is the marriage I want. Then you can decide now to get pregnant. But don't just meet a man and they convince you, please have a baby for me, and then you're there, you're already pregnant, and then you trust that this man will support you, and then he doesn't, and then all your dreams just goes down the drain. So don't get pregnant. Myself, I'll give you an example of myself now. I'm still young. I can get pregnant if I want to, but I don't. I have two kids who are grown now, and I don't get, because if I get pregnant now and the man runs away and doesn't marry me, or even if we're married, they can still run away. You find that all everything that I'm doing is already shaken, because now I have a small baby. I'm divided. My attention is divided, and I cannot concentrate. I cannot move forward. I cannot move swiftly. So I advise everyone, even the young men and the young ladies, don't get pregnant anyhow. Focus on what you have to do now. The marriage will always be there. The kids will always be there. You can have kids at any time. And the world is not ending today that you have to make haste, because let us hurry, because I won't have kids tomorrow. No. So that is my advice for the ladies. Be focused.
For the boy child,
For the boy child, I prefer that, like the other day, I was in an interview and the boy child were asking me, why do the ladies ask for money when we get into the relationship? Sometimes we cannot afford the money and we don't like to send the fare for them. We want them to come to our house and have sex with them. So madam, what do you think? And I think, okay, why do you have to think of the relationship if you don't have the money? Because the relationship is expensive, definitely. You don't expect the girl to come to travel from Nairobi to Nakuru with her own fare to come and give you her body, and then think again how she will. So don't get into things that you're not ready. Also, the boy child should focus. If you are in university, if you have your first job, build yourself first. Build yourself first so that you can be able to sustain the lady that you want. Because if you don't, then it's not possible. And that's why there is breakups, there is relationships, cheating, and all these things. Because the boy child cannot sustain the girl. And now the girls are forced to provide, but naturally and the godly way, the women are not wired to provide. The men are the hunters, they're the providers. That's naturally. The women just get into that because of the nature situations, natural situations. But for the boy child, I prefer the boy child to build themselves first. Make sure you have a safe place for the lady and the kid, because the kid will come definitely. Then life will go on nicely. And then don't get married at 22, 25 years. My God, just at least enjoy your life first. Wait a little bit. Be mature at least. So I prefer, maybe according to my own personal thinking, I feel like the men should get married at the age of 35, the ladies at the age of 30 years old. That's my thinking. The ladies at 30 and the men at 35. That time, you're mature enough, you have learned not to rush into things, you have built yourself financially, and you have a little experience with life. And when you get married at 35 for the man, it's not lust that is driving you, it is the experience. And when you like a lady, you know that it's not this the lady that you're sure that this is the lady that you want, and not lust. So that's my advice for the boy child.
Thank you so much. Ensure to
Yeah.
check us out for part 2 and part 3 of this conversation, where we are going to share more with Dr. Siamantha. Until next time, take care of yourself.